campus. We are carry the land from campus. Come on, tell me what I want. Campus connection, tell me what I want. Campus connection, and that's a one from campus. Young people are got hard from campus. Come on, tell me what I want. Campus connection, tell me what I want. I want to know everything, got to get you interviews.
Hey, you're inside Campus Connection here on Love 101 FM. I am Floyd Wilson, and welcome to another program here. Every Tuesday, this is where we connect with you. This is where students connect to grow. And if you're listening for the first time, you're at the right place to hear about what's happening in our campuses and what's happening with our students, our teachers, and our principals, and everything that's happening in our schools at large. We want to let you know that if you're listening with us, you can hook us up on our WhatsApp line. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. So today is a special day. Today is recognized as World Teachers Day, and we salute and honor the profession that teaches all the other professions. By the way, I am Floyd Wilson, and I'm not alone. My co-host, Reverend Steven Samuels, is going to be joining us quite shortly, and if he was here, he would say big up. We are definitely grateful for the skills and expertise and mentorship of all educators and instructors across the world. Well, it's another week of Campus Connection, and we are here to hear from our students. As well as the students, you get to hear what's new and what's happening on our campuses. So with the students there right now, it is Campus Connection time, and so we have, as usual in a regular program, the word of the day. The word of the day is where we share with you a word that can enlarge your vocabulary, so you definitely want to listen out for that one. We have our education news and our bulletin, and our new student partner for this term is Vashti Lewis, and Vashti is this co-host of Small People with Auntie Colleen. She's no stranger to Love 101, and that's every Thursdays and Friday, and she's a first-year student there at Carmack, there at the University of the West Indies. So great to have Vashti Lewis on board for us for this month. Also, we'll be having our campus tune. We'll be switching it up a little bit this week, so you definitely want to stick around for our campus tunes to hear what's different this week. We're also going to be having our Let's Talk About It segment, and in recognition of Lupus Awareness Month, we're going to be looking at studying with lupus, the student's story. That is definitely going to be interesting, and our guest will be Mr. Omiko Chin. He is from the University of the West Indies, and Kiana Jackson from the Edna Manley School of Arts. We'll be also joined by Dr. Desiree Tulloch-Reed. She's a consultant rheumatologist and the president of the Lupus Foundation of Jamaica. Definitely is going to be a very interesting conversation. So we want you to stick with us right here as we talk some more about lupus. We invite you to connect with us, as we said, on our WhatsApp line. That's 876-997-3125. That's 876-997-3125. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube, so be free and be sure to connect with us. We want to hear from you. What's your thoughts on studying with lupus? And if you want to give a shout out to your favorite teacher or just big up a teacher, feel free to go right ahead and share a voicemail with us or a note on our YouTube or our Facebook page. Right now, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Whenever that happens, we will be facing a world looking to recover and rebuild. Part of what that will mean is businesses facing increased costs for goods that are then passed on to customers without equally adjusted incomes. Investing in securities like local and international stocks, as well as alternative assets in real estate and private equity, can revolutionize your finances.
Visit barita.com/opportunities for more growth coach insights.
Life comes at you fast and it can hit hard. Apply for the Credit Union Prepaid MasterCard from C&WJ with chip and PIN protection. Need a card with a personal line of credit for emergencies? We have that. Need a card you can use to shop online for that must-have item? We have that. The community and workers of Jamaica Prepaid MasterCard. All the convenience of a MasterCard. Discover the benefits of belonging.
Are you an exporter, a micro, small, or medium-sized enterprise engaged in primary production or manufacturing? Do you want to learn more about the incentives available to the productive sectors? Then join the Jamaica Customs Agency and other entities for an online public forum on incentives and productive inputs relief on Thursday, October 14, 2021 from 10 a.m. to 12 noon under the theme Incentives and Productive Inputs Relief. Who stands to benefit? Log on at www.jacustoms.gov.jm to register and take your business to the next level. That's the Jamaica Customs Agency's Triple C online series. Click, connect, and converse with Customs. October 14 from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. This is a forum you should not miss. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Hey, guess what? The Alive Bible Challenge ABC will be back for season 2 on October 6th, and you can't miss your church's opportunity to be a part of it. So, rock and come in. Each week, 2 challengers will play off to eventually become the ABC champion of the month. Is that you? If you think you have what it takes, send us your name and contact information along with the name of your church to producer2@love101.org or via WhatsApp to 876-424-3261. That's 876-424-3261. Speaking of church, we're also calling all churches to send us their top Bible scholar who they think can challenge others all the way to victory. It's going to be exciting! It's your ABC on LOVE. Yup! I love 101 Family Station. You can't afford to miss it!
It has come to our attention that persons are doing various activities and saying that they are doing so on behalf of Love 101. This is to inform our listeners that Love 101 does not sell phone cards, neither are we asking persons to collect money on our behalf to help others who are in need. Love 101 also does not require your personal information for you to claim prizes. If you have won a prize and have received a call, please listen carefully to the questions being asked and do not give out your personal information. If in doubt, please call our offices immediately for verification. 876-968-9596 or 876-968-9597. Always check the facts. Let wisdom guide your everyday activities. In times like these, many will find creative ways to make a money from the vulnerable and those with a good heart to give. Stay safe and continue to make it Love 101, the family station.
Let me tell you, say I love it there, I love it there, love it there. Yeah. Oh Lord, Lord. Ready to be do bada badang dang dang. Where the student them sweet are. Where the student.
Welcome back. You are inside the Campus Connection here on Love 101, and I am Floyd Wilson, and with me is my co-host, the big man himself. Rev, what you say? How you do?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
good, my brother.
It's good, definitely good to have you. Well, now it's time for the word for today, Pastor Sam, and they pass on the duty to me today to share this word. And so the word for today is a very interesting word. It's spelled INTRANSIGENT. That's intransigent. Intransigent. So intransigent, the meaning of the word is the refusal to compromise or to abandon an extreme position or attitude. So let's just use that in a sentence. So despite the mediator's best efforts, the opposing sides in the dispute remain intransigent. So, I know that Pastor Sam is, he's a good mediator, so he won't be intransigent.
I tell you, what can I say? Thanks for uh, standing in for that one. Yeah, very good. And wonderful word to remember. It's now time for education news and bulletin. Our education news is brought to us for September to October by Vashti Lewis. Yes, co host with Auntie Colleen here on Love 101 on Thursdays and Fridays inside Small People. Yes, and also first year student at Carmack with major in journalism. That's right. Are you there?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, Miss Lewis. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Good to have you on. Over to
So,
you.
hi, welcome to Education News here inside Campus Connection. I am Vashti Lewis. The application period for the Prime Minister's National Awards for Excellence has been extended to Friday, October 8th at 11:59 p.m. The PM Youth Award is open to all Jamaican nationals between the ages of 15 to 29 who have attained excellence in the following categories: agriculture, agro-processing, entrepreneurship or social entrepreneurship, journalism or e-journalism, new media, social media, YouTuber, bloggers, art and culture, music, national leadership, environmental protection, sports, community development, academics, Prime Minister's Special Awards for Excellence. You may visit their website at www.youthjamaica.com to download the award criteria and application forms. You may also submit nomination forms via email at pmyouthawardja@gmail.com. Students, be reminded that you now have until Monday, October 11, 2021 to apply for the Student Loan Bureau SLB Jumpstart Scholarship. The scholarship is for students who are leaving high school. To apply for the scholarship, students must be entering an approved tertiary institution. The SLB Jumpstart is a free scholarship where students can access 300,000 to assist with their tuition and other school-related expenses. To qualify for the scholarship, you must be between the ages of 17 and 21. You must have completed secondary level education and are about to enter an approved tertiary institution. You must be a Jamaican national or naturalized citizen and should not be employed. If you are interested, you can retrieve the application form for additional information on scholarship by visiting the SLB website at slbja.com. Medical practitioner and human rights activist Dr. Michael Abraham has been selected to chair the Ministry of Education's Task Force on Character Education. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information stated that the task force is designed to facilitate and address objectives in the cognitive, attitudinal, and behavioral domains of learning among young Jamaicans, and is the first step in the ministry's plan to incorporate a holistic character education program into school curricula. Furthermore, the program will impart essential values to improve the way students interact with teachers, their peers, and the wider Jamaican society, and will facilitate unity, civility, increases production, and economic growth over a sustained period. In other news, the University of Technology, Jamaica, has now opened the application period for the 2022 to 2023 academic year. You may now apply online at www.utechjamaica.edu.gm. Applications are also opened at the Northern Caribbean University, NCU, for spring intake, which will be January 2022. NCU will be accepting applications for all programs except nursing, medical technology, communication studies, and diploma in IT. The application deadline is December 3, 2021. You may apply online at apply.ncu.edu.gm. Today is recognized as World Teachers Day. Happy World Teachers Day to our noble educators. We salute you and we appreciate your hard work and dedication. And that's all the news and bulletin we have for you today inside Education News and Bulletin this week. Be sure to stay tuned in next week for more news updates. I am Vashti Lewis.
Well, there you have it. Our education news for today was brought to us by Vashti Lewis. Thank you so much, Vashti, for being with us and partner with us for the month of October. I'm looking forward to having you with us for the rest of the month. Now it's time for Campus Tune. And as I said earlier, we're going to switch things up a bit where we have a student joining us via telephone, and she's going to be singing for us. Wow. Our student artist this evening will be Deandra Brown. Deandra is a cultural and creative industries major student at the UWI Mona. Hi, Deandra.
Hi, how are you?
I am great, man. I'm great. Thank you for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you for this opportunity to sing.
Yes, man. We're looking forward to having you sing for us in our Campus Tune section. So go right ahead and run the tune.
Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. This song is called Restore My Soul. And I realize that it is a very important song for me and it really speaks to my heart. So as I minister, I hope and pray that it also speaks to your heart. Restore my soul. Revive my heart. Renew my life in every part. Reveal to me what sin remains, then lead me to the cross again. Relight the fire that burns so strong, reminding me what you have done. My one request is to be changed, Lord. So lead me to the cross again. At the cross, I'll find a way to live the life your hand has made. So find me there, Lord, and help me stay in a true surrender with you, my Savior. at the cross. I'll find the way to live the life your hand has made. So find me there, Lord.
Oh, beautiful song there by Deandra. I'm not sure, we got cut off there, but I was just listening to the words, Pastor Sam. She was saying, "Restore my soul." Lead me, to the cross again. Where I can, find, Jesus. And she was saying, find me at the cross. Where I'll, surrender to my Savior. Very beautiful song, Pastor Sam. I know you're a singer-songwriter yourself, so you can appreciate, these musical items.
That's right. That's right. Congratulations to Deandra. And if she was on, I would have wanted to ask her some questions about the program that she's involved in. Cultural and Creative Industries major student at the University of the West Indies. Deandra, is that you?
Yes, I'm back.
You just fell out from us a while ago, but good to have you. And so let me ask you, by the way, congratulations. You were just commended by, it seems as if, the new musicologist on the block. That's Floyd Wilson. And he was very impressed with your singing and also with that song that you actually chose. Where did you get that song from?
I learned, there's this group called Vertical Church Band. And I learned about them a few years ago. And so that was one of the songs from their CD.
Okay, and where are they from?
USA.
I see, I see. And you're doing a course in Cultural and Creative Industries at the University of the West Indies. You want to tell me just a little about that program?
Yeah, sure. So that program, in a nutshell, is about learning how to promote, distribute, create, manage the art, the performing arts. So it also deals with the business side and incorporates the different creative sectors. So
Okay.
I'm basically learning how to manage all of those sectors.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Very good. And I wish you all the best in that program. All right?
Yes, thank you, Pastor Sam.
Yes. That was Deandra Brown, Cultural and Creative Industries major student at the University of the West Indies, doing our campus tune. Maybe the first we've had done it like that. Congratulations, my friend. Well, remember, to come is our Let's Talk About It segment. And in that segment, we're going to have a conversation about lupus, managing the book, grades, friends, and life with lupus, the student story. We're going to take a quick break and then we will return after these messages.
You know them must bring something for you. Word of the day, that are something for your youth. Bread of life, that I know my food. Plus man, I bust a tune, bust a campus tune. Now make it go and bounce in my room. Cause of that I go on campus.
211 is a hotline dedicated to reporting child abuse. It is easy to remember and accessible 24 hours a day across all networks. Report all forms of child abuse: sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional, neglect, and trafficking. Our children are depending on us to protect them. If you see something, make the call. Report child abuse. Call 211.
My name is Peter Garth. I am the chairman of the Jamaica Umbrella Groups of Churches, president of the Jamaica Evangelical Alliance, and senior pastor at Hope Gospel Assembly. I would like to say from the very outset that I have taken the vaccine. The internet is filled with articles, theories, data, and opinions concerning COVID-19 vaccines, both positive and negative. Like the Good Samaritan, I believe that I have a responsibility as one of the leaders of the church in Jamaica to stop and encourage my brothers and sisters to consider giving yourselves a fighting chance by taking the vaccine. It is your choice. I made a decision and I have no regrets. The reality is, brothers and sisters, dead persons don't lie because they can't. Stop, think, and make the right decision.
I want a one campus. We are carry the land from campus. Come on, tell me what I want. Campus connection. Tell me what I want. Campus connection.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking and staying with us right here on Campus Connection. I am Floyd Wilson, and with me is my co-host, Reverend Stevenson Samuels. Now it's time to get into our Let's Talk About It segment, and today we're going to be having a discussion about lupus.
That's right. October is really being observed as Lupus Awareness Month. Did you know that? And it's happening under the theme Children and Youth with Lupus, saving lives through knowledge and support. With increased awareness of the population in the health profession and other sphere of activity, it can make a big difference to outcomes and the quality of life of persons affected by this lifelong illness. Lupus is a disease of the young, with the average onset age being 22 years and up to 20% of people diagnosed being children.
So it has lifelong implications for them, and they tend to have more severe challenges with their kidneys and nervous system. So knowing about lupus is everybody's business. And today we're going to be in the business of Okimo Chin. He was diagnosed 8 years with lupus, and is also a fourth-year student at the University of the West Indies. And we also have, we're going to be having a chat with Kiana Jackson. She was diagnosed with lupus 4 years ago, and she is a second-year student at the Edna Manley School of Arts.
That's right. Also, Dr. Desiree Tuller-Reed, consultant rheumatologist and the president of Lupus Foundation of Jamaica, is also here with us. We're going to have a talk with her to what a lineup of guests we have, the experts and those who are undergoing or experiencing the condition. We're going to have a very interesting conversation now. So you may want to call up some friends. You may want to call up some persons who have been affected by lupus and family members of those persons. Let's just have a conversation with all those persons. So let me just greet all our guests on radio at this time. Greetings, ladies.
Good evening.
Hi. Right. And we have Dr. Tuller-Reed too. Is Dr. Tuller-Reed there? And not as yet. All right. Well, we have Kiana. Who is Kiana now? Let me just make sure I know who is Kiana.
Kiana is a second-year student who attends Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts.
Oh, that's you right there. All right. Good to have you. Good to have you, Kiana.
Thanks for having
me. Yes. And
Yumiko. Yumiko.
Yeah, Yumiko is not here as yet, or was here and dropped off, possibly. That's fine. Because this is Love 101, the family station, and we know how to, ensure that we are going around all of the technological challenges that are not due to us, but the persons who provide support and technology to us. Well, let me ask you, because you are with us here already, Kiana, the new school year, how has it been for you so far at Edna?
Well, starting my second year, I'm a drama and education student. It has been fairly okay. Just really settling into the semester, getting the assignments done, just getting introduced to a few different courses, and It's been all right, just settling in, getting the groove, and trying to maneuver through this whole COVID pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, has this year been better in terms of start? It has just started, so we only have to focus on the start. Did you get a better start this year than last year?
Well, yes, because I knew what to expect. Last year
Ah,
coming in, I had no
Mhm.
idea what I was walking into. Bearing
right.
in mind that I also stood 1 year out of school after graduating from high school, so I was
Ah, you
really
had a gap
fresh.
year. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right. Is this Yumiko or is this Desiree?
This
I
is
know somebody is.
Desiree. I'm not
Ah,
the
hi
student.
Desiree. How are you doing?
This is
Welcome,
good.
Doc.
Thank you
Welcome,
very
Doc.
much.
Wonderful. Good
I'm
to
a
have
little
you with
bit
us.
out of the right age group.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure that I know who we have with us, you know. So good to have you, Dr. Tuller Reed. And Dr. Tuller Reed, for those who are just joining us, she is consultant rheumatologist and president of Lupus Foundation of Jamaica. And we're so very glad to have you as the expert with us this evening. Good to have you, Doc.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
I might want to just ask Doc, Rev, to just, we're talking about this whole topic of lupus. For those persons who might be hearing about lupus for the first time, can you tell us what lupus is and what kind of health condition it is?
Yes, absolutely. I like to start sometimes by saying what it's not, because there are a lot of common misperceptions. And first off the bat, lupus is not cancer. And secondly, lupus is not contagious. So you can't get lupus from anyone. So what is lupus? So lupus is what we call an autoimmune condition. And if you break down the two words, you have auto meaning self and immune related to our immune system, which, as we know, is what protects us usually from invaders, from infections, from bacteria, viruses that need to be fought off. Um, when you have an autoimmune condition, though, your immune system is actually dysfunctional. So it's sending wrong signals. And instead of it attacking an outside threat, it's actually turning against your normal cells and tissues and organs. And there's a lot of inflammation that results, and this can cause damage, and that's how you end up with an illness. So that applies to autoimmune conditions in general, of which there are many. There are probably over 100 defined autoimmune conditions. But lupus is considered one of the most serious because with lupus, almost any organ or tissue can become involved.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Okay. And
Wow.
yeah, thanks, Doc, for that explanation. And with Kiana present, Kiana, maybe you want to just tell us or give us the story of your situation as was explained to us by the doc. But, we want to get it from your perspective. Uh, yes, go ahead.
My perspective, as in how my lupus manifested.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I started manifesting in high school where I had some lymph nodes around my neck. I did a surgery, I think 3 months later, removing a breast lump and also a lymph node from my right armpit. Um, they they did a biopsy on both of them, testing for cancer. They came back cancer free. A few months later, the lymph nodes started reappearing. Then and there, I mean, nobody knew what was happening, and so they started treating me for cancer. And then that's where I met Dr. Maggie, Tanisha
Mm.
Maggie, my rheumatologist, and she, introduced me to lupus after running some blood tests because there's no set blood test that can detect whether or not you have lupus. It's a series of blood tests, and that was how my journey started.
What year were you in high school?
I was in grade 10, I was just starting preparations for my CXCs.
Okay. Okay. And you want to tell me the experience that you had? You explained the technical components. You're going like you're one doctor already, my girl. I did a series of blood tests, and you can't, check it out by one test and all of that, which I really appreciate because we need to know the facts. Tell me now about the feeling of lupus having had that experience and still going through that.
Well, I mean, I have to laugh. I mean, it was a journey.
Ah,
Um, it's like one day I woke up and I felt sick and I never really got better. Pain
mm,
every day, everywhere. I mean, hair started falling out. I started sleeping. I mean, in classes. I started eating weird. Um, Weight gain, losing weight. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just a roller
yeah.
coaster of everything that you could possibly imagine.
Mm,
But now, I mean, being in college, I've learned how to manage it better. Even though I've fall by the wayside sometimes, I stuck up. But yes, I remember one time I was in the hospital and I went down to the baby stage, or what I would call the macaroni stage. I mean, I couldn't help myself. Had to be fed. I was in adult diapers. Everything went wrong. I was on oxygen day and night, not eating, just sleeping right through the day. But we're fighters, and that's what
wow.
we do.
Yeah.
You're good, Kiana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good, man. Me
And
rate
best
you, yeah.
believe that is not even the half. I just told you. It's a
Yeah.
little, not
So
even the half.
you sound like
Yeah.
a fighter, Kiana. And
Always be a fighter. Just yesterday I was telling somebody that if lupus did not happen in my life, I don't think I would have found my purpose. Honestly.
Ah, wow. Hey, my girl, respect. No, you have obviously processed this thing, and you've come out on the other side with a perspective and understanding and a comfort level. That yeah, this is it, and this is why it has happened, and so on. Doc, before Floyd asks a question, because I know he's just waiting to ask a question here. Kiana said that the half has not even been told in terms of her explanation. Is there any, you want to fill in some blanks for us, Doc? With children, especially going through this condition that Kiana may have preferred not to say? Talk to us, Doc.
Wow, I mean, Keanu really, expressed it so well. I mean, she's living it. I'm involved, but she's living it. So, persons with lupus can experience many different symptoms because the illness can vary from person to person. It depends on which organ or tissue gets involved. So, as you can see, commonly people may have things like weakness, fevers, weight loss, and that doesn't really tell you exactly what's happening, but it tells you something is wrong.
yeah.
Joint pain is a very common thing. Some people have unusual skin rashes if their skin is involved. And then you can actually have internal organs get involved, like the kidneys, the nervous system, the lungs, the heart. So the symptoms could vary if you're having those things, swelling of the legs, if the kidneys are involved, and that kind of thing, chest pains. So a lot of things, and this is just the physical symptoms. So I can just imagine, I mean, I can speak to it best. I can just imagine, when people get a chronic illness and you say, this is a lifelong illness, they're 50, 60, and you say, well, you're diabetic, you're hypertensive, kind of thing. But to be in grade 10 and have this illness, and even when you're better, to realize that this is an ongoing battle.
Yeah.
So it's really, I mean, and she's probably gonna share more about how what her experience are. You have a child is in a stage of development, whether physically, academically, socially, emotionally. There's so many things that that can be affected, so many spheres of your life.
Yeah,
So she's remarkable young lady.
she is. She is. I take it, Rev, that I guess we have Yumiko Ano, Yumiko Chin. Are you with us, Yumiko? I thought I saw them
Hi.
logging on.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, welcome, Yumiko. And
Thank you
Yumiko,
for
you
having
are
me.
a fourth year student at the University of West Indies.
Yes.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
tell us tell us about your own experience being a student with lupus, Yumiko.
Um, okay, well, it started in high school. I was diagnosed when I was 16, so the battle was from then. Um, well, honestly, that part of my life is still a blur, but um, over time I got better. Things got easier once I changed my diet. I learned to manage things easier. But I tell you, in high school, it was really rough. I kept falling asleep in class.
Mm,
I missed like an entire year actually. I'm surprised I graduated, but I missed an entire year. I still had a chance to do my CXCs, and I actually got like 3 1s and 2 2s.
excellent.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So, God has been on my side, but it was rough. I also had people, making fun of me, saying, "Why am I so fat and why do I look like that?" And when my face was fluffy from the medication I was
Yes,
on, and they're always like, "How come all of a sudden she can't, partake in the activities we're doing? Why all of a sudden she looks so sick?" And I honestly didn't know what was going on with myself at the time. I was still learning, I was still young, and still learning about everything else. So a lot has changed, but now it's been what, 8 years?
yes.
And it's a part of me now. I accepted it and I learned to work with it.
So
Uh,
what form were you in, Yumiko, at the time?
Sorry.
What form
Um,
were you in? What grade?
I was in, but what is it? Grade 10, 10 to 11.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. And Kiana, Yumiko just spoke about friends. I would even want to hear more from her. But let me jump over to you and to ask you, how did your friends react to this situation, to your condition?
Well, at first, nobody understood. I did not understand. Um, I was a lot of people made fun of me also, like how she's so sicky, she can't come to school. But after a time, my friends understood. I had some friends who had lost persons in their families due to the disease. I remember just before graduation, I had some friends coming into the hospital to look for me. I also had a classmate who made sure that every day she came, she combed my hair, she'd bring me dinner. She'll just be there, because in the hospital it's kind of a lonely place sometimes. I mean, you feel out of place. Every day the doctor come a different medication, a different test, and it was very overwhelming. To be honest, I remember the I left hospital the Friday and I had graduation the Tuesday.
Oh,
So I had
wow.
like 3 days between that. That little time, so that was 3 days, but I have to really, thank God for my friends. The ones from high school that are still here now, the ones I have made now, a lot of people don't understand it, to be honest. A lot of people don't understand, and even when some say they understand, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, as when Jamaicans say, push come to shove, and you can't make it out there, you're not as present as you're supposed to be. And I say, oh, she's not there, this happened to her, we can't invite her because she never come, the sun, this, that. But then you have those who are just always there, always a word of encouragement, just how are you doing? I mean, most of the times I'm going to say I'm okay, even when I know that the whole of my body is in pain because, yeah, but I mean, friends has been a struggle because a lot of people don't understand. So sometimes I tend to keep myself away so I don't get hurt. Lupus has taken a toll on me physically, but emotionally, it's a whole different level. Isolate myself sometimes just to, keep my peace. But I mean, it's still a
Yeah.
journey. Still have to fight.
Hey man, thanks for that, Kiana. That's gonna give us an insight into just how you've been just really fighting. And we have a comment here on WhatsApp from P. Powell, and he was saying, "Good evening. Thank God for this brave young lupus warrior who is fighting from a position of victory. What an inspiration for everyone. God bless you, girl." So, Kiana, definitely, as persons are listening to you, they are inspired by, your story. I want to just kind of get maybe Doc back in here, just from a technical perspective, Doc. So persons are hearing, you explain that this is an autoimmune disease. But for those persons who might be asking what caused lupus, you want to maybe kind of share what caused it. We realize that it's something that affects persons who are young. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Yes, it's a question of the ages. If you have it or somebody close to you has it, why? And we don't have any one answer for that because the immune system is so complex that sometimes it's hard to know exactly when things start to go wrong because the immune system may become a little dysfunctional, a little bit active, but you may not have any symptoms, and then suddenly at some point it just explodes into this. It loses, you lose control of the immune system and it just kind of explodes. There are many things that seem to play a role because we know that, for instance, the genes play a role because we often find family members. They may have another family member with either lupus or some other autoimmune condition. So we know there are some things about your genetics that may be a setup, make you sort of your immune system a bit sensitive in that way. We also know that hormones may play a role because we realize that females are affected much more often. For instance, 9 to 1 is the ratio of females to males. And you can see the age group, 80% of the cases between 15 and 44. So that's when hormones are highest. So, these are some of the factors. People may, kind of talks about the sun. And, we've had people who actually first got diagnosed with lupus after a weekend at the beach. They were in the sun or they got an infection. They got dengue or they got something, and then after that they were sick. So different things that stimulate the immune system could trigger it in a certain person who's susceptible. That's all we know. But there's no one thing, and certainly the person didn't cause it or bring it on themselves. They didn't eat the wrong thing, and all these things that you sometimes hear. You did not cause it on yourself. These are a very complex condition.
Wow, wow. It sounds that way. It sounds like, it's almost like you can't really predict it. I think the only thing you've mentioned is that probably a family member might have had it in the past. That might be a predictor. Um, I want to talk to Yumiko rather, about something she said. She said that, she really had to rely on her faith. Can you tell me, Yumiko, how your faith helped you to deal with, you know, um, being diagnosed with lupus?
Um, well, I always believe that everything happens for a reason, and given that I am still on this earth, I know that I have a purpose. You know, um, after, well, I can say that I've been an inspiration to a lot of people. Even before I became public with it, a lot of people saw how strong I was. I was still smiling even though I was in the hospital half dead, according to some people. I was just still optimistic, and yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Sorry, I forgot
talk.
what I was gonna say after. Sorry.
that's fine.
That's
That's fine.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But you're talking about purpose, though, Yumiko, and I don't know if both of you actually mentioned purpose, and you went even a little further to talk about how your illness has uh, impacted others in a very positive way. Not just the illness, but the way in which dealt with you have been dealing with the illness. I want both of you to talk to me then about how you see this illness and the purpose of your life, and how that purpose is being played out in uh, or through the illness. You want to talk to me about that, Yumiko, and then we go over to Kiana.
Okay, well, since I joined the pageant, I would say my purpose was, a lot of young girls actually reached out to me saying that they they were ashamed of it and they thought they were the only ones who had it, and a lot of people misunderstand them, and they were just very excited and glad to see someone step out and actually talk about it. And also, they asked me how did I even manage in the pageant given my condition, and it was just to be an inspiration to others. It really makes a difference, especially when you have a disease that is so globally misunderstood. It's good to have other people around you who know exactly what's happening, you know um
Yes.
yeah, it's good for the mental as
Yeah.
well as the physical.
Thanks.
And oh,
Thanks. Kiana, you want to talk to us about purpose and your illness?
Well, yes, of course. As you see, I'm a drama student. I write a lot. I write poetry a lot, and during the period when I was sick, when I was just getting introduced to the illness, I actually stopped writing. After and a bit further down in the process, I started writing again, and that's where I actually healed myself. I built myself, and because I'm a dog poet, I what I've learned, I've used it in my poetry to motivate people. Even from high school, they say, "Listen, you're a fighter." Because I remember having to have my grandmother and my mother carry me to school one day. I couldn't walk. I did an exam. I reached an exam late, in pain. They had to leave me and go and get some painkillers because I was a whole mess, to be honest. And even now, at end, I mean, drama per se is not no easy thing. It's a lot of physical activities, a lot of mental things going on there, and being a patient, being a lupus survivor, having to tackle all of that, it's not anything simple. And having to portray the person I am to everyone, always motivating, always giving a word of inspiration, saying, "Listen, regardless of your circumstances," because best believe lupus is not the only thing I'm tackling right now. I mean, I have other stuff tackling in my life, but lupus is one of the things that always urge me to go on, you know,
Wow.
always motivating
Wow.
people to listen, regardless of your circumstances. You can rise above that. You were made to rise above that. Anything we are go through, you must always have hope, because as long as you have life, you have everything. Just
Excellent.
remember
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
I wish I could just hug you guys. For real. I mean, they're just nice. I am touched by them and their boldness too, to come forward and just to be open with this. I am really very touched by their stories. Floyd.
Yeah, I make a comment here. It says, "God bless you, Sister Kiana. I love you. You are the strongest sister I have ever have. Keep strong. You are a lupus survivor. You know that I love you always. Jazzy love you. I think you might know who Jazzy is.
My little sister.
Oh,
Hey, what she know about? I counsel, she a counsel, warm to her, okay, Anna. Very nice.
Well,
Nice coming from a
we
sister.
don't want to close off without allowing Dr. Desiree to tell us a little bit about the Lupus Foundation and how they are using the foundation to help bring awareness to lupus. And you want to tell us a little bit about the foundation, Doc?
Well, the foundation is a lot older than many of your guests. 1984, the foundation has been around, but
Very nice.
Umiko and Kiana are members. This is a member-based organization. Even though you hear the word foundation, it's an organization that is dedicated to making sure people with lupus survive and thrive. So we're there about encouraging and ensuring better outcomes, better quality of life for persons who are affected through support, through information, through advocacy, research, you name it. We have about 300 members and growing. We have young members like Kiana and Umiko who are very active, especially this month when we're focusing on youth. We're so happy for them sharing their story. Even on our YouTube page, we have Umika's story there. And Kiana, we have a little bit of hers, so we're coming back with more. And it's so important to share stories. Well, we chose this theme because as you hear the experience, you hear how compelling this is. Young children and lupus. And we have a number of activities. We want to get the word out about lupus because building greater awareness means that you have a better chance of being diagnosed earlier, getting earlier treatment, which can make a world of difference. The support that you need, you heard all about the support systems that these young ladies have, and it means a lot when people are more aware of the condition. So lupus is everybody's business, okay, and everybody ought to know about lupus. So what we want to share, some activities coming up. We have a social media campaign that's ongoing. We want all the members to visit our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, like, follow, press that notification bell on YouTube and just keep informed. Record a video. We can give you the script, put on Purple on Fridays. That's our POP Fridays. Every Friday, wear something in solidarity. Yes, throughout the month of October. Put on Purple on Fridays. We could post a competition. We have a special episode of our monthly Q&A program next week, Wednesday the 13th. It's called Ask the Expert Live Youth Edition, special edition on our YouTube and Facebook page, and we have the doctors answering any question that we get. We want young people to send questions, parents, children, anybody who's interested. Send in your questions from now. We have a family-friendly virtual event, Laps for Lupus Awareness. We do this every year, but we're virtual. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun. Leading up to that, we are doing a lapathon, and you can just go on the website, register, and you can actually help us raise funds and raise awareness at the same time. And Lupus Symposium in October, that is for not only the medical people, but actually everybody, because it's streamed free to the public. And we have quite a bit of an interactive component to it. So lots of things going on. You just have to visit the website lupusfoundationjamaica.org, and that will tell you how to register, how to make a video, how to donate, how to join the fight. You can find our contact information there if you want to reach out to us. The number, we have the regular number, but we also have the WhatsApp number that people seem to like, which is 778-3892, and the regular landline 754-8458. And you don't have to have lupus to be a member. Anybody can become a member. Anybody can help,
Yes.
volunteer, donate, and just join the fight. Spread the word. share the
Wow.
messages and spread
Yeah.
it.
Thank you so much,
Amazing.
Dr. Tulloch Reed. You really gave us, a good, some good info there about the Lupus Foundation, about how you can be involved and how you can get further information. Want to thank you guys. Thank you so much, Yumiko. Want to thank you so much, Kiana, for being with us. You guys really shared wonderful, inspiring stories, and continue to keep up the fight, guys.
Boy, I'm telling you, I could just listen to them for the whole time. In fact, Floyd, I got distracted because I was just getting involved in the conversation. I got lost a while ago. I didn't realize that the program is supposed to end now. Okay.
Yes.
No, for real.
So
They,
yeah, we could,
they are
we, yeah,
good to
we could
listen
definitely
to.
talk some more with them.
Yes.
Yeah, really,
Invite them
I'm
back.
touched by them.
Invite them
Thank you
back.
very much. Both you, Miko and Kiana, you guys are great. And Doc, you sound more like a leader, a manager, a marketing manager. I can't believe I'm talking to a medical doctor who is a rheumatologist. I thought you were into marketing, because you really sold the foundation a while ago. Hats off to you also. Want to say a big thanks also to our producer, Tony K. Bromfield. I'm sure she has been touched by this program herself, and to Roshane Douglas for technical support.
Yes, want to also thank Deandra Brown, who shared in our campus tune, and also Vashti Lewis, who shared in our education news and bulletin.
And to all our guests, Yumiko and Kiana, we did say thanks to you already. You are true fighters, guys of Lupus, and we just hail you, man. I am proud of you guys. I can see purpose in your lives right now, all right? And to Doc, I am just so amazed that you have given yourself to this. You're not just a doctor and make a money, but you are really giving yourself to this process, and I really want to commend you. All right. Thank you very much. Remember, guys, that
You're
this
the
month,
inspiration, so I can't help it. And you'll get the bug too when you volunteer.
I tell you,
You're inspiring. You're so amazing, ladies and
yes,
gentlemen.
you know what she's saying, Floyd, that we are
Yes,
supposed to become members of the foundation. All right.
she's recruiting us. She's recruiting.
I
Yes,
tell you,
yes.
remember now, it's Lupus Awareness Month, so ensure to get the facts and fiction too, because lupus is everybody's business. Please make it yours. Listeners,
Join the
until next week, do remember to stay safe. I'm Stevenson, and my co-host is who?
Floyd Wilson. God bless you guys.
Bless you. Great show.
Sit down and listen, I've nothing for you. Plus, you know them must bring something for you. Word of the day, that is something for your use. Bread of life, that I know I'm